Yo, what's up, guys? Just catching up on Sean's videos there. I wanted to chime in on a couple things. That's definitely the Quick of the Dead. Like, that was an awesome movie. I loved that one. There was a couple corrections I wanted to make, or not corrections, but like kind of expanding on what Sean said. The torture thing, I think I remember how we got out of it. Not exactly, but I think. There was one key thing that Sean left out there was, yeah, Victor was just like, yeah, whatever, torture, like maybe it'll get, maybe it'll turn me on or something like that. Like, that was Victor's whole thing was, he was he was immortal and kind of like numbed himself to a lot of the pains. So, like, he did a lot of hard drugs. He did a lot of stuff like that. Like, for him, like, torture might have been like some S&M kick or something like that. So he's like, yeah, bring it on, chumps. I'm not telling you a thing. And Alex is like, no, don't say that. He's like, I'm not immortal. How many times do I have to remind you that? Uh, he didn't say that explicitly. Like, I think I was something to say, like, outside the character, but like, he was explicitly like, he's like, no, he was like, no, that's terrible. Why would you say that? But we were being held in separate rooms. I think we could hear each other to a certain extent, yelling and screaming. And I think Victor's bringing on kind of thing was half in character, half out of character. Like, he was just like, I don't think he egged him on that much. Like maybe I did. I don't remember for sure. But at any rate, it was funny because they tortured us in two very different ways. Like, I think they started to like do like the splints under Alex's fingernails and like just doing some like unpleasant stuff like that. Like, with me, they stuck a drill into my chest and started to put a hole in like a gaping hole in my chest. They tortured us as if they knew my character was immortal, which was another one of those DM screw over moments. Where I was like, DM, really? Like, I'm pretty sure this would kill somebody. This wound right around heart level or something like that. And I think what it was is they actually did something that what would have killed me, and I basically feigned my death. Like, I could, there was what is this, like, I could die. Like, I could, like, if my heart gave out, like, if I drowned, like, I would die. But there would be a time that would pass, and then I would kind of like revive and like regenerate. I couldn't regenerate limbs or anything like that, but I think like internal organs and stuff like that would heal up. Uh, Actually, I might have been able to. I could reattach limbs. I think, but like, I don't know if they were incinerated. Like, if like the whole limb was just like incinerated and I didn't get that limb back, I don't think I could do it. But like, as long as there was like a part of it still there, I could come back. And I think they did end up like killing me, and that's how that's how we got out of there ultimately. Is they were getting ready to move my body or something like that, I think, and I came to and got us out of there. And I think that chick. So what Sean was talking about, it was the girl that. So the setup that got us there was someone had set us up, and that's how we got captured. So we were very untrusting, and this girl helped us get to the rest of the way out. And I looked to Alex, and I was like, Traitors got us into this. Do you think like she's a double, like a double kind of agent trying to get us out? Like, she's gonna screw us over? Because the person who had put us on the mission we were on before that led to us getting captured was supposed to be someone we like kind of knew and trusted. And they double agented us. And I was like, well, what's to stop her from being a double agent? And he was just like, I don't know. So I was like, DM, I pull out my shotgun. I think I had a sawed off shotgun, and I blow her face off. And then he was just like, wait, what? Flair, hold on. She's explaining how she was. I was like, damn, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't. Alec or Victor doesn't care. Like, she could say that she's like sent here from the Lord Almighty or something like that to rescue us from our trials and tribulations. Victor blows her face off. Like, there's nothing she can say that can change that. She could say, I'm your long lost sister, or I'm your brother's mother's cousin. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm pulling the trigger. So the DM like struggled with it for a bit because, as Sean said, you could tell she was the next major story arc kind of thing. Like, she was the next path of this story, and it didn't matter. I assured the DM, I was like, there is legitimately nothing you can say to Victor that will cause him to not want to pull the trigger and blow her brains out, because to him, she's just another double agent. Like, he trusts one person in this world. It's Alex at this moment, and even then, Alex is a little shifty sometimes. So, so he was on thin ice. It's like he's raised him since he's 10 and everything like that, but he's on thin ice. Everyone else, though, they can get their head blown off. They come to me knowing who I am. or anything like that. Because Victor's whole thing was he lives this very low key kind of life and doesn't want people knowing that he's immortal. Like, and everyone out there has known he's immortal. So you know what? They start getting blown away. Maybe there was a little bit of a Luxus disrespect coming through in that, but that's where we kind of landed with that one. I forgot about the going out on the beach and like we had our extra Joe. Like, yeah, like you're right. Victor was he was a heavier set dude. Like he was not overly fit or anything like that, but like he wasn't like crazy out of shape, but just he was definitely on the chunky side. Really, phone call out of area. Okay, that can go. Yeah, it's gonna be in the background for a second. But yeah, you were right on the visual of him. Like he kind of had like that scruff on his face. Like he wasn't clean shaven or anything. He was a little on the heavy set side because like he did, he was immortal and everything like that. Like he enjoyed the finer things in life, food, booze, hard drugs, gambling, like all the vices. Like Alex was the big gambler. Victor liked it. Like any kind of like thrill-seeking activity like that also allowed him to be a little on the lazy side. Was great. Waking up with like some sort of drug needle shot up in his arm, dropped off outside their boathouse. Like that was something that Alex would have to wake up to sometimes. And like, oh God, Vic, what were you doing last night? Like, I don't know, man. I lost track around like 2 or 3 a.m. and it's like, what time is it now? What day is it? Like it's Wednesday. It's like, oh, I lost track about 2 a.m. Sunday morning. So we lost a couple days there. But that was his character. But yeah, I remember we were out there on the beach. Because it's like the way I kind of pictured it, like as Sean was explaining it, it was like kind of one of those, how like in like what anime and things like that, like there's always those filler episodes where it's like the characters do something extra Joe, like, oh, let's have a beach party or something like that. Like that was one of those things. It was like it made the story like more of that. It was good. It was an interesting filler episode. It wasn't like one of those stupid ones where you're like, oh, this is really dumb. But they looked dumb. They're out there cruising the beach. I think Alex was like looking for chicks or something like that because he was the womanizer, and Vic's like, I've been through enough women to know that they're nothing but trouble at this point. He's like, but the hardcore drugs, like they're okay. It's like they're my one true love. He was a little jaded in that regard. But yeah, so I think Alex was out there scanning for chicks and everything, and Vic was getting the suntan and his little like beer gut and everything like that with his really loud Hawaiian shirts and like really obnoxious shorts, their swim shorts, and I remember him meeting like the elf twins and everything. That's where Sean kind of left it off, but that was the stuff I kind of wanted to fill in, like the torture thing. I think like Vic was like, wouldn't say started to torture me, he's just like bring it on, but like I'm like DM. Like, they're torturing me like I know I'm immortal. Like, they're not torturing Alex the same way they're torturing Victor. So, like, they clearly know, but they shouldn't know because no one's supposed to know. That's the one thing I ask for. And as far as his physique goes, I just wanted to confirm that. That was a suspicious way to leave the videos off, Sean. Hopefully everything's okay outside your house. Some suspicious people sitting around and everything like that. Sounds like some nonsense. But yeah, just catching up the videos here, and I had to crack up at the Quick of the Dead reference. It's like, yeah, it's got her with that headshot.